Welcome to Woke Mental Wellness presents Windy City Nihilism. This is a 12 Inner Demons homebrew campaign. Cinziak plays Romero Marcus, the targeted. Imris plays Janessa Wallace, the human street medic. Blue plays Ruin, the social media vampire demon. And Cassie is the storyteller, playing the NPCs and the rest of the world. Windy City Nihilism is an urban horror podcast series. We do not shy away from touchy topics in the politics of horror, mental health, games, and life as a person of targeted identities. Series-wide content warnings include violence, manipulation, state surveillance, police, player conflict, gentrification, racism, unwanted romantic gestures, anti-Blackness, sexism, tension, body paralysis, trauma, monstrous forms, complicated relationships, sex, toxic work environments, death, hopelessness, blood, Eldrich horror, colonization, and existential crisis and dread. Please take care of yourself as you listen. And remember, hope and resistance do best in community. Welcome back, everybody, to Woke Mental Wellness presents Windy City Nihilism. Last we left off, our crew were split up. Alexis was on the way to meet Romero and Ruin in a vacant lot, and Janessa was at work in the bathrooms, trying to talk her friends out of squaring up against a particularly nasty mirror. So let's go ahead and dive back into it. Janessa, you're at work and you are getting these messages.
I think I see the text message from Alexis that they are heading out, and I'm both like relieved, one, that Romero is not going to be on their own, and also nervous because now this means Alexis is also going to be in whatever danger this is. But I think seeing that, at least there's some movement, I'm going to jam my phone into my pocket, like my pants pocket, my jeans pocket, and I am going to scramble out of the bathroom, wash my hands real quick because I just touched all this bathroom stall and that's gross, and then I'm going to hustle back into the gymnasium auditorium area where the kids are. Roughly what time is it? I can't actually remember. I think it was around snack time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe it was around the middle of the day.
Okay. So I know that you're generally around the snack time. We usually do snack close to dismissal so that we can send the kids home with full bellies. So I'm gonna just sidle up to the homie Joanne and put on my I'm about to ask you for a big favor smile, and I would like to just be so I am gonna ask you for a favor and you're gonna probably not like it, but
girl,
so let
me guess. No, I am getting a message from beyond.
Now I got
the ancestors have spoken unto me and say you are going to leave me alone with these children.
But don't you love
Am I close?
Don't you love these children though? I just feel like
come on.
So
what?
So yes.
Now.
All right. So what had happened was you remember?
What? Oh, no.
You remember? So do you remember Romero from a while back?
Are y'all dating?
No. Oh, no. We barely knew each other back then, but you remember him, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vaguely.
So
just, I mean,
long story short, I ran into him like a couple of days ago. There's some stuff that's going down in the city. I'm sure you've seen all the stuff with like these things popping up and all the parents being upset and the condos and all that. I had kind of tagged him to be like, what's the word? What's going on? And it turns out that some shady stuff is going on. He's in a tight spot now because of some of the snooping around that we kind of were doing over the last couple of days. And I have to cut out as kind of an emergency to kind of go back him up with some.
Oh, you got to bail a brother out.
Yes, exactly. Figuratively, not actually with money, but figuratively, yes, I have to go bail him out of a situation that I kind of somewhat a little bit got him into, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You got to con somebody else into helping if you're not going to be here. Like, if this is gonna be a regular thing, I
want to say it's not going to be a regular thing, but I honestly do not know that, because the more we find out, the weirder this shit gets. And I promise you that hopefully when all of this is said and done, I can fill you in on exactly what is going down right now. But I promise you.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Okay.
I do not. Nope.
So
all I want to know is who our third is gonna be.
So
this couple. I adore you, but I'm gonna need to open this relationship up just a little bit, because my God, is a bitch exhausted. These kids are running me ragged, and now you want me to do this alone, and you know, I got you, because like any good sister, I'm a fool. So you go do what you need to do.
I will.
But there best be another person with you tomorrow, so when inevitably something happens and you got to do your disappearing thing again, I'm not left with these kids alone, because at some point, everybody has their breaking point.
I know.
And
I know.
If Raquel asks me one more time about my lipstick, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it on that little girl.
I know. She's so precocious. I love her, but yes, I understand.
Precocious.
Okay. So how about this? Can we split the difference, like early dismissal? No, we can't do early dismissal today. Those parents would riot. Okay. All right. I am going to, if I go and I send somebody.
You're going to find a third for this relationship, maybe even a fourth. Okay. Let's get real freaky. Let's open this wide up.
Okay, I will. I promise. I will work so hard to find somebody to come with me tomorrow, and I will also work.
Somebody's got to need community service hours.
I know. I'm gonna find somebody. I promise. I would like to. Let's see. Do a. Well, I guess. A lore? Would it be a lore test? To try to like mentally scan my little black book of comrades and homies for someone who I could potentially tag their line and be like, hey, could I borrow you for a little bit tomorrow and possibly the rest of the summer?
Tomorrow and perhaps the rest of the summer. Here's what I'm gonna say. I don't actually think this is lore. I think this is social.
Okay. All right. So
I think this is social.
Yes. Okay.
You do have the leadership trait, but
I also have
you also got some trauma.
I also have
the burned bridges.
I have the everything in its place fall as well, which gives me a Malik's die in chaotic or frantic situations that I can't impose order on. So I think this definitely counts as one of those.
I won't give you double malice die. If you want somebody trustworthy to be able to take over today, like right now, I'm gonna put that at a TN9. If you're just going to leave her here alone for the rest of the day, but you're looking for someone for tomorrow and beyond, that you need a 7 for. TN7, so 7 or higher for the rest of the week or for the rest of the summer. 9 for them to also be available right now and nearby. Okay. So it's 3d10. And 1 is a malice die, you said? We're just gonna roll them and see what happens. Oh, that's bad. That's so bad. Oh dear, that is a 1. I got an 8, a 2, and a 1. Okay.
That is awful. Oh dear.
As she says, just go, I'll deal with it. 2 of the children start to fight.
I look at her and I see this and I see her like the steam starting to come out like the sides of her head. And I'm like, I got it.
Don't you leave me.
I got it.
Lower your stress.
By how many?
By 2.
Okay.
That was a really bad failure.
So bad. But I am going to go over to the group of children and I'm going to say, I'm just going to stand over them with my arms folded. I'm going to say, y'all could keep fighting, but whoever wins got to fight me next. And I'm going to try to basically make a like social test to try to use my like goodwill with these kids to diffuse the situation with some like, what's the word? Kind of stern, but humorous like interjection here. And I want to use my leadership potential trait to do this.
And to diffuse this, you need an 8. It's a TN8.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I got a 1, a 5, a 7, and an 8.
Very nice. The kids, you come up and you're towering over them as they are starting to scrap, and they hear you. They look at you with your don't play attitude, and both of them get up and kind of put their hands up and walk away, and like just the universal, yeah, it's not worth it. And both of them kind of go off to their sides.
As they're kind of backing up, I'm just kind of, I'm going to like give them a little wink and just say, I know I love y'all, but y'all can't be doing all this. Y'all know Miss Joanne, her blood pressure. And just kind of, just humorously like diffuse the situation. Like whatever y'all got to handle it where outside of here. And hopefully with words. All right. Get back to whatever activities y'all were doing. And then I'm going to turn around and like flash Joanne like the double thumbs up with the cheesy grin.
I think as you say, you can't do this because Miss Joanna's heart. I think both these boys, they look properly chastised, and they say, "Sorry, Miss Joanna," and
get back to there. And then I'm gonna, grab my smiley face canvas bag, and dash out of the gymnasium. And I'm just gonna hustle. I'm pulling out my phone out of my pocket to see if there's any texts.
There is a text. You see a text from a number that's not in your phone. And it says, "Hey, new number, was nice running into you. Still would love to do something with your program in mind."
Nope, not today. Nope. I'm just gonna like close it right back out go over to the group chat and see if there's any messages in there. And I'm just going to shoot off a quick text like, on my way, somebody drop a pin, please! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. And I'm just going to just start hustling just hustling down the sidewalk in the general direction of where I know Romero works, assuming that that's where they're close to.
Okay. So you're off trying to find your friends. Romero, Ruin, the mirror is moving towards you.
Right. On that note, I do believe it is time for us to be going away from the direction of that thing because no, ma'am. Ruin, isn't this like your area of expertise? What's supposed to be happening here? What's the script?
Ruin like kind of squeezes the bridge of their nose, and they're like, they're here for a reason. We need to deal with this.
Oh, wait, what are we going to do? Shoot another fireball at it? Didn't they just tell us not to touch that until they get here?
Ruin, this isn't just a mirror demon. Mirror demons can't do all this. Mirror demons are small potatoes. There's something more here.
I think we would see Ruin, like, I think at this point they were still in their like human disguise, but they kind of take off their shades and they put them into a pocket and their bones start to shift and, you know, just pop a little bit in kind of like uncanny valley ways. It's not quite, you know, like disgusting, but it's definitely something off. And they return to their demon form, but they continue to like grow and shift and their legs become this serpent tail. And you see eyes, but they are closed, appear on their body. And, you know, their regular like demon form is just like explosion of color, you know, in this like dark inky scape. And Ruin just doesn't look at Romero. They keep their eyes on the mirror demon and they say, tighten up, this is something different. And can I activate my aspect of the Gorgon?
Yeah, go ahead and read it out.
So it says, when activated, the demon grows eyes across their body that petrify their foes and sap at their resilience. For as long as the aspect is activated as an advanced action, the demon can make an attack roll that deals damage in the form of action tokens instead of stress or grip. In addition, the user can make a roll action to render an inanimate object brittle and easily breakable, with TN dependent on the toughness of the object in question. As well, if they have the scare power, it gains the ability to target all possible targets within close distance of the demon as long as the aspect is active. I mean, it's just a mirror demon, so we don't have multiple targets, but I do have the scare power.
Okay. There are multiple targets here.
Okay. Cool.
Just so you know.
That's fun. Yeah, I'll spend those 3 tokens and target as many as I can.
All right. Does it say anything about needing to be able to identify your different targets?
It does not. It says it gains the ability to target all possible targets within close distance of the demon. So only those that are close to me.
You were standing away from where Romero was. They are not currently in close distance with you. They are in close distance with Romero. You would have to move towards them first.
Okay. I do. I want to get between the demon and Romero.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna slither over there and get between them.
That's 1 action token because you're not super far away. So I'm still gonna say it's combat. So that's 1 action token.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then I'll activate the Gorgon, the aspect of the Gorgon. And I think it's just like for D&D terms, it kind of reminds me, or what I'm envisioning it is like the hypnotic pattern spell, like the color spray spell. It's just like a mass of color that bursts from them. Yeah, I do want to make sure I think Ruin is definitely trying to protect Romero in this case. So if after they do this, like this thing is trying to, I don't know, move around them or what have you, yeah, they'll do what they can to be that long.
Okay. So, as you may have figured out by now, this is not a mirror. This is a demon within a demon.
What the hell?
And so you activate this power. And since this is not a toughness, what happens here is the mirror stops moving as you move between it and Romero, and you open these eyes. And these colors start to flash. And what is your power level? How much action are you trying to take from these demons? A couple of things are about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
There's a minor demon here, someone who is on your level. And there's a greater demon here, someone who is way above your weight class.
Mm-hmm.
So, essentially what that means is that I'm trying to make sure that when I have these guys roll against you, I want it to be fair.
That's fair.
So, first things first, the demon you know is there. The mirror demon. You have good influence. This is not your first rodeo in the mortal realm.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say your TN is pretty decent. I'm gonna put it at an 8 for this mirror demon. They're rolling 4d10, not unlike yourself here. They get a 9 and a 10, and a 3 and a 6. They're going to take the damage to grip instead of action tokens.
Cool.
So I'm still gonna have them lose I'm gonna have them lose 1 grip in order to shake off what you're trying to do here, which is keeping them from being able to move.
Mm-hmm.
The demon you don't know is there. The bigger one.
Yeah, who's that one? Like, a demon within a demon, where they do that at?
This one is rolling 4d10 and a d12.
I fucking got it.
If they get a max number on any of these die, they're going to do something to you.
Oh my god.
So that's a 10 on a 10 or a 12 on the 12.
I feel like Bruin is like, this is why you should never get involved with other fucking humans. Because now here little old me is standing up to a greater demon about to get my shit rocked. I think they see that what they tried to do did not take place. And yeah, they're shit.
That's a 1 on a d10.
Okay.
That's a 7 on a d10. That's a 2 on a d12. That's a 9 on a d10. And that is a 10 on a d10.
Shit.
The mirror with claws. Romero, you see this mirror with claws stop. And as it kind of struggles back to kind of shake itself back into functioning order, in its place, no longer writing in the mirror, is you, Romero. But as Ruin stands in front of you, it looks from you to Ruin and what Ruin is doing. And then Ruin, suddenly, standing in front of you is you. And as you had said, this is what I get for getting involved, you hear it back. This is what you get for getting involved. It's not worth caring. And I need you now to roll against your own power.
That's so fucked. Okay. What am I rolling? 4d10?
Yes, you're rolling 4d10, and you are there is grip and or action tokens at risk here.
Right.
Or actually, I'm gonna say no action tokens, just grip. It's not gonna fully do that, but yes.
Okay.
If you do not roll a TN 8 or higher, you will lose grip here.
Okay. So I rolled a 5, a 2, an 8, and a 10.
You succeed. Have you ever felt your own power before?
Absolutely not.
So for the first time, you feel what you've only witnessed in others as you look upon the horror of yourself and start to feel heavy, as you start to feel your muscles want to stiffen and an ache in them. How do you shake yourself out of this?
Ruin feels that, and I think it starts like at their fingertips, and so he's kind of like staring at his claws, and they're shaking as he's trying to like regain that like control of the muscles there. And their fist snaps closed, and they ball it up, and then they stare at the greater demon. And I think they are just pissed. I think Ruin is like, if you think I'm about to be outdone by some fake ass version of me, you are mistaken. There's something in caring. There's something in caring, and it's more honestly, I think they say it more as like they are trying to convince themselves. Like, I'm here for a reason. This is fine. Because I think deep down, Ruin, I feel like they move under the guise of them wanting to stay here because they have a sweet deal. But I think it is really that they have grown to care about the people around them, and they shouldn't be. This is like fast food type shit. So why am I caring about it? You know, predators don't usually care about their prey.
Romero, this is happening right in front of you. Do you want to act, or would you prefer the demon to go?
Ruin, are you good?
No. This, I think maybe you should run. You don't have a gun.
Is this the part where we? Is this the part where we run? Because I mean, maybe we should do that.
Yeah, I think you should run.
Wait. You said that sometimes these things aren't Mario coins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a not Mario coin moment?
I think this is a not Mario coin moment.
Okay, I can't leave you here then. You know that, right?
All of you are so stubborn.
Didn't you just say that we needed to do whatever we needed to do to save this place? Is this not it? Is this not the moment?
Like they can't deny that he's right.
Okay, I just kind of like turn to look at the whole scene to the DM. I'm going to let the demon take a turn and see what they do.
Okay. While you all have been talking, the mirror demon has used its action tokens to get behind you both. So now there's a demon in front of you and a demon behind you. Are you doing anything, Romero?
Not yet. I'm waiting.
Okay. The ruin in front of Ruin looks at you all and smiles with Ruin's smile. And in Ruin's voice, repeats back, maybe there's something in caring. And the world around you shimmers and shifts as the sky starts to bleed and the grass beneath your feet yellows and withers. And you are surrounded by a place so well known to you, Romero, and now so foreign, so dead. Your phone's ping with a message from Janessa. It's now about the time where Janessa was leaving.
My frantic text, somebody drop a pin, please, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
In this new place, are any of the demons that we were fighting present here? Like, do we see them? Are they still in the same place?
Oh, yeah. The ruin in front of Ruin is still there, looking and smiling with Ruin's mouth. And the mirror behind you, Romero, is simply there, reflecting your reflection back at you. Just standing.
So question, it's like mirror demon, Romero, mirror Romero, ruin, then ruin, mirror ruin?
Mirror Ruin, Romero, mirror demon.
Okay. Would we call this the top of the...
Romero hasn't gone yet. The text message came in.
Can I take one of my action points to respond?
Yep. That's a quick action.
I send one of those things that gives a ping of your live location for an hour.
Janessa, you get a pin. It looks like they seem to be in a vacant lot, not terribly far from the school.
Okay, I'm immediately cutting through every possible shortcut that I know between here and that location.
Yep. So I'm gonna say it will take you 8 action tokens to get to the vacant lot.
Mm-hmm.
So this round you'll make it halfway there.
Okay.
So I don't know how real this is because, as far as I know, we're in demon world. And so I'm going to do the nerdy kind of nonsense that I feel would make sense in this situation. First thing, Ruin. Without turning, Ruin. Where is this?
I don't fucking know. Some demons... This demon seems particularly powerful, and sometimes their abilities reflect that. I can't do shit like this. This is above my pay grade.
What in the domain expansion bullshit is this? Okay. Okay, maybe if I think really hard, I'll have something useful, like a baseball bat.
Are you thinking like dream world rules? You think of something, it appears here?
You try this object interaction and you use another of your action points and nothing appears.
I was half hoping that worked.
I would say this would be a good time to run, but I don't know where we are.
We're not exactly in a great situation.
I poke the mirror.
You go to poke the mirror, and using its last action token, this greater demon teleports through the mirror to stand in front of you, Romero, looking like you again. And so you poke yourself, and you poke you back.
Why did you bring me here?
Don't you want a break?
This mirror, perhaps.
After all, there's so many exhausting things. People saying that they want to help, but then withholding help because it's not financially prudent. Exhausting. Makes everything just wither away. And it gestures at this dead place with a bleeding sky.
I kind of see your point with the dead grass, but the bleeding sky is a little bit more the gas corporations, you know?
Oh, I know. Look at what they've done to this place. They just kill everything. Why has it always got to be you paying the cost? Maybe it's time for them to pay.
I want to agree with you, but your problem here is that you're trying to end the entire world to do it. I can't have that.
Who told you that?
Some giant demon bat. Have you not seen this? This isn't a Rolex. They don't make these.
Our Lord does not want to end the world. He simply wishes to remake it.
Hey, Ruin, is that true? Are they just trying to remake things? Are we just doing a little bit of remodeling here? Because, like, as far as I understand, like, this is apocalypse, right? What's going on here?
I think Ruin, like, looks at Romero and then looks at the mirror demon, and they're like, I don't know. I strongly disagree that is what is going on here.
The demon talking to Romero is not the mirror demon, just so you know.
Oh shit, the mirror demon is still in front of me.
The mirror demon is behind this demon.
Got it.
Because this demon, the demon that was in front of you is this one, except for now it looks like Romero.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it teleported through the mirror demon to be basically behind Romero. Romero turned around and is now talking to it.
That's kind of sick. So yes, I think they look at the demon, the greater demon, and look at Romero, and they shake their head. They're like, this is a demon otherworld. We have to destroy this fucker or we're not gonna get out of here. And I guess destroy can mean a multitude of things if you think about it. Like, I don't know if this is a thing where if you address the issue and you like talk it out, it goes away, or I don't know if I should just blast this thing. Maybe a little column A, a little column B.
So much violence, such a desire to destroy things. Poor, lost thing. There's another way. It turns back to you, Romero. You turn back to you, Romero, and it says, see, this is the problem. Everyone wants an eye for an eye. You burn my house, I burn yours, and then all of a sudden, everyone's wondering why everything is ashes. Your friend is misguided. You know what you want.
Is there a blunt object nearby?
I mean, there's this kind of community lot still has some like gravelly, like a gravelly patch. I'll say there's some like gravel you could pick up. Anything else you'd have to kind of look for probably.
Okay. Hey, Rowan, I need you to help me do something.
I'm gonna say that's going to end the round.
Okay.
So we're in a new round. So your action tokens have refreshed. Janissa, you're getting closer to where the pin is. I'll let you know when you get there.
I think Ruin kind of puts a hand on Romero's shoulder, and I think they say, I think we don't solve this with violence.
Ruin, I want you to help me do something.
Mm-hmm. Which is?
I want you to help me tackle the mirror. And then I immediately go and charge the mirror.
So you're trying to go around the you that you're talking to tackle the mirror that's behind it?
You know? Yeah.
Okay. I will need you all to... Explain to me how you're trying to do this. Are you both going the same way? What is this looking like?
No, we're gonna go the opposite direction.
If Ruin's paying attention to me, I've gone in one direction to go around, and Ruin has gone in the other direction to go around. But I've made sure to be the first person to leave.
No, Ruin is for it. But I think they are definitely worried about her having their back to the greater demon.
Okay. I'm going to say I need you all to I mean, this is gonna be physical, so if you have any points in athletics, acrobatics, fighting, what have you, if you want to use those, you have to describe to me how you use them, and then you're going to be I will tell you the TN for what you are doing. So we know you're trying to go around the greater demon to tackle the lesser demon.
Could I use my manipulate objects ability to assist with this?
You're not trying to manipulate. Well, I mean, possibly.
Okay.
Tell me what you're trying to do.
Push the mirror to the ground.
The mirror is not an object. This is a demon.
That's true.
So you don't, the upside of it being a demon is you don't have to use the grip to manipulate objects because it is not an object, it is a demon.
That is true.
You can use you don't have brutal strength.
I don't.
But
Ruin is not a physical contact person at all. They do not get their hands dirty.
That's very fair. So you can still try to push this, but just know you're basically going to be, you don't have brutal strength. You do have, you're just going to be rolling with like your manifestation ability, like just as a physical form trying to push. So you're just going to roll 3 D10 and it's gonna be a TN 8.
Okay.
And you will need to spend a grip for this.
I'm just running around the, like, outside the greater demon's periphery and trying to basically drop kick the mirror if I can.
Hey, yo.
Okay. All right, you're trying to drop kick the mirror.
I got 3 6s.
Of course you did. I feel like you should get an award for that as a demon.
I think so too.
You have a 1 in acrobatics, Romero. So you can also roll 3 D6. You're trying to drop kick this demon. So I'm going to say TN 8.
Okay. So I have a 4, I have a 5, and I have a 10.
Okay. Ruin. You go to run to try and push this mirror demon, and it turns to you and anticipates your attack, and you are not able to push it. But that diverts its attention long enough for Romero to hit it and it takes you got a 10, so yeah, and it takes grip damage. So it's gonna take 3 damage to its grip. You'll notice the greater demon simply watches as the two of you do this. Janessa, there's a beautiful green community space that you arrive to. There is no one here.
I'm in the group chat immediately. Where the fuck are y'all? I'm at the pin. There's no one here. I'm looking around for anything in this space that looks like weird or out of place. I'm like just, turning in circles, trying to look over the whole thing. Anything that looks weird, anything that they might have dropped, anything that can tell me like where they might be.
Okay. You're going to spend your turn looking for clues. We'll come back to you.
Searching for the homies.
Romero, you drop kick this demon. You moved to get in combat around another foe. Now the greater demon is going to go. looks at you. It looks at Ruin and holds out its hands, palms upward. Look at what you've done. And I need you to make a TN8 fear test as the maledictor starts to infuse this other world with energy and tries to have you and Ruin feel it.
TN8 fear test, okay. Okay. I have a 1, a 5, and an 8.
Okay. So we'll come back to Ruin in a moment, but Romero, it says, look at what you've done. And you start to hear fighting, arguments, as the sound of marching boots gets closer and closer, and the arguing louder and louder. It's like the dream you had. It's like meetings you've been at, just without the boots. Or it's like protests you've been at, but without the meetings. But they are starting to merge, and the tension in the air starts to feel so tight, so persuasive. This is too much. It costs too much. How do you stop yourself from getting lost in this energy?
Well, this, I think, comes in the moment I'm in the middle of Romero having a moment when the demon mentioned, hey, why are we so quick to violence? And Romero having to remember back in their earlier days when that was a thing that he said to people until he got more deeply involved in the work that he was in. And so he resists this internally by chewing through a bunch of Malcolm X quotes that he's memorized to remember that while violence isn't necessarily the answer, it certainly is an answer and sometimes very necessary. The quote that he uses this time is, be peaceful and be courteous, obey the law and respect everyone. But if someone puts their hands on you, send them to the cemetery.
And as you think, say, embody that quote, the tension doesn't have such a hold on you. It is difficult, but you are still in control of yourself. Ruin. The air is so heavy. You are in this place and there are just screams. Part of you feels like you can make out Alexis's scream. Part of you feels like it's just friends you used to know, people you dared to care about, other demons. It is disastrous. You have to do something. You cared. It was your actions that makes it your fault. It's your fault. Your fault this is happening. If you had just been better, done more, done less, done nothing, done anything, done everything, your fault. You have to do something. It can't go on this way. And that pressure crushes into you.
I think that feeling absolutely has a sort of dread to it and a sort of more of a determination to escape this, especially like hearing a scream that resembles Alexis's. Am I still able to see the greater demon?
You can see the greater demon, but it is so hard to do anything. Mechanically, what this means is the tests you make while you are within 2 distances of this demon are a +1 difficulty.
Okay.
So, the mirror demon sees you distracted and it's reeling from being hit by Romero, but it knows this mirror demon, it knows the plan. Ruin, you're not part of the plan. So it is going to go after you.
That is so real. Am I able to use my aspect more than once, like per day?
You can, but right now,
Okay.
This is still the same. This is the same round that you moved and went to kick, so you don't have enough action for that right now.
Bad.
This demon, this mirror demon, is going to enhance what you're feeling right now. And so as it looks at you and you look back into it, it's going to... What's your grip at right now?
I haven't lost any grip, or did I just lose grip from what just happened?
I think you've lost 2 grips so far this combat.
Then my grip is at 8.
8. Okay. I got a 3, a 5, an 8, and a 10.
Ugh.
This mirror demon is going to... It believes in this cause. So it is going to spend 3 of its own grip to inflict 3 grip on you as you look into this mirror and it shows you one of your worst fears. What are you looking at, Ruin?
Oh shit, one of Ruin's worst fears? It is Ruin alone. Like in a barren land. I think it's them alone and cold and afraid. Because deep down, Ruin doesn't ever want to be alone. They thrive off of being around people, off of helping people, feeding from people, whatever the case may be. So yeah, I think you see like Ruin in like just sitting on the ground in this maybe like burnt landscape, hugging their feet to their chest, and possibly small.
And so we do. And you are being quickly surrounded and buried in snow, or maybe ash, or maybe both. As you are alone and you stare into what feels like your future, as you still hear the screams of all the people you failed, and the reason you are alone is because you just weren't enough. And this is what you deserve. Janessa, you search this place, and after some time of looking, you do see something, because Romero has sat down, which included setting down a bag, I believe, yes? Romero's bag is sitting in the grass, not far from a wall. The wall in the picture.
I'm gonna rush over to the bag and pick it up. And I'm just kind of like, scanning the bag. I'm like worried. Is there blood? Is there anything? I'm looking at the wall.
There's no blood, but you touch the bag, and I need you to make a TN8 fear test.
All right. So I don't know if this is relevant, so I'm asking the GM. I have 2 ranks in psychic. Is that relevant here?
Let's get weird. If you only rolled 3, roll another die.
All right, hold on.
And tell me what you got, and then I have another thing for you to
the TN is what?
TN is 8.
I got 2 10s and an 8, baby.
Holy shit.
And a 5. My girl is unflappable.
You got 2 10s. All right, I'm not even gonna make you roll that second thing. You want to find your friends. You are frantic. You are looking for them. You have found a part of one of them. A link, a tether, something that is so close to Romero, that holds Romero's things and has for years. And you pull that psychic link. Your energy in this moment, in this place, overlapped with power. You don't know how. You've never done anything quite like this before, but you pull that power towards yourself. And like someone holding a rope in the fog, unable to see, but knowing the feel of where they're trying to go, you find yourself in a place with a bleeding sky and withered yellow grass and ruin, staring into this not a mirror, color simulating weeping, it would seem, as they just stand there looking as though they're hurting. And Romero, behind the not a mirror, and another Romero watching it all happen.
Fuck, guys.
Romero, you hear Janessa. Ruin, I need you to roll a TN7 grip test to see if you are aware enough to hear Janessa.
Cool. Ruin, their colors are like blending into the black of their usual body, and it just looks very inky and drippy. Okay, cool. I rolled oh wait, the 0 is what's the name? Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I rolled a 10. I rolled a 3 and a 1. I got scared for a second.
In the distance, it feels so far away, but you could swear that you hear Janessa's voice, but you are small and cold and alone in this place. Romero, you hear Janessa, and should you choose, even with just a glance, you can see Janessa. And I'm gonna say this is gonna be the top of a new round.
Okay. I would like to make I don't know what test this would be.
You tell me what you want to do and I'll let you know.
Okay. I think it's a social. I want to make a social test to, 1, try to ascertain which of these duplicates are my friends.
Okay, that's 2 action tokens.
I want to use my my burn bridges trauma, gives me a bonus die to help me sense the motivations of others or if they have ulterior motives. So I'm hoping that can help me out here.
Okay. It's hard to tell. It's so hard to tell. Is the Romero closest to you the real one? You can't see. Would the real Romero be near this demon that's hurting Ruin? Would the real Romero just be watching? What have you walked in on? And then you hone into intention. The Romero closest to you wants Romero.
Wants him to do what? Or wants him for what? Can I tell?
No.
I'm gonna go out on a, not really too far out on a limb, and assume that Romero, that I've been spending the last couple days with, probably not be wanting or desiring any duplicates of any kind. So I'm going to take the chance that the other one is the real Romero.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to basically, I guess, close the distance if I can physically.
As you close the distance, I need you to roll a TN8 test real fast.
Okay.
Fear test. Or for your purposes, this is a resistance test. So you do get that bonus, just so you know.
All right. I rolled, you said what, TN what?
8.
Oh, thank goodness. The last die that I rolled was an 8.
Okay. You move closer. It's so heavy. It's so heavy, it hurts. It feels like watching every kid in your class skin their knee at the same time. The weight on your heart as you get closer hurts. You start to think of how you left Joanne. How you were always leaving Joanne. You get so mad at people who have left you, but you leave people too. How do you stop yourself from getting consumed by this weight?
I think in that moment, as I'm starting to feel guilty about leaving Joanne with the kids, I remember that I always go back. That anytime I have to, duck out or change my mind about something or even break a promise to someone, as rarely as it happens, I always go back. I always try to make it up to them. And I never pretend that what I want is more important than what they've got going on. And I also know that, at least with Joanne, if with no one else, we have the kind of collegial relationship where if I was really out of line or out of pocket, Joanne would tell me about myself. And we say no to each other all the time when it really is no, when the answer really needs to be no. And so even though I do feel guilty for ducking out on her today after I just ducked out on her yesterday, I know I'm going to go back, and I know that we've already decided that I got to bring in reinforcements because she honors what I got going on and I honor what she has going on, and we figure it out that way. And that's why we've managed to hold this thing together, just the two of us, for as long as we have.
So you get closer.
Guys, just come away from here. I'm gonna put my hand out, and just kind of not touching the Romero that I have decided is the real one, but just kind of gently trying to interpose my hand in between to just Guys, come away from here. Just come away from this. Let's just go back. We don't need to do this right now. Okay?
And that, I think, is a good point to end this episode of Woke Mental Wellness presents Windy City Nihilism. If we want to real quick go around, tell the people who you are, where you can be found.
Sure, I'll go first. Hi, this is Sin, your resident he, they, who has been Romero Marcus of the he, him variety. When you were looking for me, you can find me as Sinziek, that's my full government name, on all the things. So you can find me there on Blue Sky, you can find me there on Twitch, doing the occasional decluttering and other gaming sundries, and on YouTube.
Emrys?
Ooh, hey y'all, I'm sorry. Ooh, that's this one. That one was a doozy. I'm Emrys. They, them, you can find me on mostly Tumblr if you like to do it old school, or the streets are telling me I need to get with this Blue Sky thing. I don't know, old man screams at cloud. Maybe I'll do that. But yeah, and on Twitch if I ever decide to stream.
Hi, I've been blue. Hopefully I'm always blue. You can catch me in the internet streets as King V _ and as King with a Y. Anywhere Baddie Bards is, I'll be there. And by this time it comes out, I think World Replica will be fully out. So if you haven't listened to that, you should absolutely go listen to that. And keep a lookout for Intergalactic Teas, which is my first TTRPG that I've created with a friend that we've been calling our love letter to ballroom culture. So, yep.
Nice. And I am Cassie. I have been your storyteller and all the baddies. And you can find me here on the Woke Mental Wellness podcast. You can also find me on Blue Sky as Intersections CCH or Instagram Intersections LLC. And so, yes, it's rough out there, folks. So please remember to take care of yourself, take care of your community, be compassionate, but also take no shit. And we will see you next time. Bye. Thank you for listening to Woke Mental Wellness presents Windy City Nihilism, a 12 Inner Demons homebrew podcast. This podcast has been made possible in part thanks to a grant from Diversity Saves. Episodes are edited by Marissa Ewing of Hemlock Creek Productions. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave a review and tell your friends. If you want to help financially, you can visit the Woke Mental Wellness Ko-Fi listed in the show notes. Take care, and remember, hope and resistance do best in community.